Welcome to the Eurovision Kiki podcast. We're three Americans who've fallen in love with Eurovision. You've got Doug, Katie, and Steven here, and we're here to bring you the best information about the Eurovision Song Contest. We'll bring you the music, history, traditions, as well as all the tea currently surrounding the world of Eurovision. So buckle up and welcome to this week's episode.
And thank you for joining us on this exciting March 2nd when we are recording, because there's so much happening out there that I just don't even know where we get started.
Hi.
Thoughts?
Germany made a choice.
That they did. I don't know if it was the choice, but they did. They made it.
We'll talk more in depth about that one next week, I think. But
there's a lot of song contests that are taking place. I think we had Croatia and Serbia. No, maybe Serbia did theirs recently. Mm-hmm. Then we had Denmark and we had Germany. So we're sort of getting to the point where we have a really good understanding of the songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting excited because the playlist is finally starting to come together as well with like national song contests that are happening. We received the song release from Cloud from the Netherlands with C'est la vie, which in hindsight, when you sort of look at what we've been given so far, it's good. I'm jamming out to it, and so I'm here for it.
I will say, I mean, this is really my first time that I've tuned so heavily into the national finals and like the song selection process. But I do feel that the vibe of, oh my God, none of these songs are good, it happened last year too. So I feel like everyone just needs to like take a beat, listen to the songs, especially out of context of the song contest that they were a part of. So you're not like thinking about the one that it beat out.
The coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yep. And that is really a pep talk for me. Like, Virgo will be back. You can stop it now.
We're gonna move on. We will move on from it. I promise.
Yeah. But so I think it's been a benefit to me that the last couple weeks have been like mayhem in my regular life. So I haven't really been able to, sit down and watch these national finals as much. But that's like first half of March selections or end of February selections that we're going to talk about today. I feel like I came in with a little bit fresher of a palette and actually have a few that I like.
I'm getting there. So
yeah, that's good. It's a matter of hearing these songs, and I think it happens every year. And I don't think it's isolated to just when we started listening to Eurovision. Mm-mm. Like you talk to some of the folks who have been dedicated to Eurovision for 30 years or more or whatever, and it happens every year. You say, oh, this is not a great year, but then you get 37 songs or whatever, and you're going, oh, I love all of these.
We have a strong playlist. It happened
and then,
to me.
And then next year, we're going to be like, man, those songs last year, why can't it just be last year's songs? They were so much better. Like, It is going to happen. It does feel like it's just part of the cycle.
Right.
It's the endless cycle of death and rebirth, Charlie Brown.
We need to create this like diagram, and then it shows you are here of, oh, the songs are all not good.
Yeah.
Not song related, but can we talk about the Eurovision mascot, Lubo?
Girl, I watched that whole video. Like, the unveiling of our mascot, which first of all caught me a little off guard because I was like, the who?
I know.
When? Like,
was there a mascot last year?
Has there ever been a mascot?
And if there is, and if there was a mascot last year, it was not really a thing. So like what is the role of this? Like, and I know they do this like for the Olympics and stuff, but it doesn't feel super necessary, especially when we got this horrifying little hair monster that's like, it makes Gritty from the Philadelphia Flyers look sane.
I'm staring at it on my monitor right now, and it's
terrifying.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
I know that they said, it was some college student who created it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, yes, you created it. And that does not necessarily mean we have to like it.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. If this podcast has taught us anything, it's you can put out your artistic endeavors and we're going to shit on it.
Right. If you were a college student, you're an adult, I can hate your creation.
Yep.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry, actually.
I'll be interested to see how it is promoted and, how they use
I'm just curious.
Is this going to be like Sonic the Hedgehog and they no, nobody wants to see that. We got to redo it.
They reanimate it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing is like, that's where, even if we had a mascot last year, what was done with it? Yeah. Like what
I don't think we did.
I think they wanted to be innovative and fun and thought this would be a fun, cute idea. I just don't think it
flopped.
Landed. Well, and it's brown, it's beige or whatever. It's just like, it's not even a fun color, right?
It's an assortment of colors.
Don't defend it, Stephen.
I'm not.
Don't you dare.
I'm not defending it. I'm just looking at it and I'm correcting you. There are an assortment of colors that are going on.
Well, and then they went and released the 2nd through 5th place. And I'm going, I'll take any of those.
Literally any of them. Who decided?
Not the public.
They threw a dart. They threw a dart on a wall. And that's the one that landed.
It's giving me national selection juries all over again.
Yeah.
But in mascot form.
Yes.
Anyway, speaking of, should we dive in?
Let's talk about some national selections.
Yeah.
What we got for us, Katie?
Start with Belgium. We got Strobe Lights by Red Sebastian. What do we think?
It's grown on me over the past couple of weeks. I know that might not be a popular opinion amongst...
I said it's Euro as fuck, honestly. Yeah. Like, it is, like, very Euro pop, techno Euro. I don't hate it.
Yeah. It gives
He can't sing it. He can't sing it live.
Yeah.
I've seen him perform it twice because I did watch Belgium's national selection and I've seen him perform it. He cannot sing it live, and everybody praising it. I get it. You like the studio version, and that's what I think we saw with Germany. We can talk about that later. Mm-hmm. It's a singing contest, and I need you to be able to sing it in the moment, or else I am deducting points. I'm not saying I like your song on Spotify, so therefore I'm going to vote for you. I'm saying in this moment, this is the time you didn't perform. And that's, I think, what bothered me the most of him.
Yeah. I think, I mean, after seeing Czechia last year go the national final was rough. And then the performance at Eurovision was so much better. Like, holding out hope, get your vocal coaches, do what you need to do. But, yeah, I mean, I definitely like the studio version, I'll say.
They've got time to clean it up. It's giving me, like, modern day Annie Lennox a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, I can see that.
So that's kind of where it takes me. So at first listen, I was like, no. At first listen, I was like, no. But now, when I look at what's like coming out, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can play with it.
Having listened to the other Belgium songs, I thought Désolé was going to be who they sent. It's just a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more poppy. So maybe that's why they were like, okay, we want something that feels a little bit more edgy, and that's why they sent Strobe Light. So I'm sure it'll grow on me, and I'm saying this stuff like it's now on those podcasts that I did not like this song, but give it like 3 months and everyone's going to be like, we've got the receipts that you hated it, Doug.
Yeah.
Give it,
like, but I changed my mind.
Come May,
Here's
you're
the
going to
thing.
have like dyed pink hair and you're going to have strobe lights playing and like actual strobe lights going off in your house.
Yes,
Here's
the
the
rave at my
thing.
house.
Here's the thing, dear listener. We have strong opinions that are loosely held. So, yes,
They
we are going
change.
to contradict ourselves. We are going to have different opinions after a while. That's part of it. That's part of who we are.
Yep.
So,
Sorry, minute.
thanks for sticking with us. Just know that this is going to happen.
All the time.
I will change my mind because I have
Correct.
some strong thoughts about Australia.
Strong opinions loosely held.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Next, we have Spain.
Love me some
Esa
Esa
Diva.
Diva.
Esa Diva
Diva.
by Melody.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a bop.
Go and
Is-
take me there. I don't know why
Yes.
the public has it ranked as so low right now as doing like poorly. So people just need to get on board.
I get the feeling, I mean, my sense is always Big Five is going to have a little bit more public opinion to overcome, especially early on. It's no one likes the Big Five. So
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. And as more songs get out there, it's a bop. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's
It's a
just
bop.
me wanting it to pick up, but I
Yeah.
think that it really will.
I worry that this one came out and everyone was excited, but then they were excited because there wasn't much else out there. And as Steven was saying, like as new songs come out and you see people making their lineups, it keeps slipping further and further down. And I wonder if that's because it is poppy and you've heard it so much already that you just like the new stuff.
Mm.
It can go either way. I think she, during her national performance, it was really strong. So I think if she can land that again this time around, it has potential to land with the crowd and stick with the crowd. I'm also curious to see if Eurovision is going to do what it did this past year and allow the Big Five and last year's winning country to perform during the semifinals again.
I think when they selected like the
First half,
plots
second
and everything
half.
in first half, second half, they were slotted in. So
Yeah.
they determined like which, and I don't remember off the top of my head, like which day Spain will be on, which semifinal, but they are going to be able to perform them.
Nice.
And so I think that will be really beneficial for
Melody.
especially this one.
Yeah. If we ever get a chance to talk about the coulda, woulda, shouldas, just shout out to J.K. Bello and VIP, because that was one that if Esa Diva did not qualify and go to represent Spain, that would have been another fun one that would have been amazing to see.
I'm glad you mentioned that one because, yes, that one is on my did not qualify to go to Eurovision, but you're still making it on a playlist song.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we can definitely dive into that one more later, folks.
More to come. Yes.
All right. Next, Ireland.
Emmy.
I loved it. Okay, I loved their national selection show because of how brutal their panelists were. It was amazing and I loved it. So they had 7 songs and they had 4 panelists. But they didn't do this as like a full-on just this is our national selection show. It was basically like they were on Jimmy Kimmel performing.
Yeah,
that's the equivalent in America.
Their late night talk show is the equivalent to that. Every year they have their annual national song selection night on that talk show. And so it was really entertaining.
So they had the 4 panelists, and one of those panelists was Bambi Thug. They had somebody else who had been to Eurovision. They had like a DJ, a radio DJ, and somebody else I can't recall. But after each song, they tore them down basically, but giving their opinions, and the opinions were not sparing anybody. They would say, "Oh, this is a fun song. It's not for Eurovision. We want to win. Don't send this one." And you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then you find out that they're like in the studio with these panelists, and they're hearing all the feedback, and you're just like, wow, that is brutal.
But so we've Emmy with like a party, and it gives me nostalgic vintage 90s Aqua, and I love it.
I'm kind of obsessed with this song.
I love that.
I've seen some of the like Reddit comments saying they think that's not like appropriate. They don't like that because of the content of it, because it's about a dog who died, and like they think that it's disrespectful. And I'm like, I could not disagree more. Also, this is so up my alley. I work in aerospace. Laika is truly a hero of my industry, because it's about Laika, who's the Soviet dog who was the first creature really to go up to space.
Shot into space and then left there.
Yeah. And I like love the idea of Laika just being up there bopping around
having a party
in the stars, partying in the stars. I'm like, I really, really love this song.
Yes.
It's so fun.
And I love that Emmy decided to go there, and she's like, in my mind, Laika's up there just having the party of a lifetime for the rest of their life. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go have that party with them.
Too. This is my new Rainbow Bridge. All dogs go to heaven. They all go to the Laika party.
Right?
It's same now from here on out.
Yeah, they go to the Laika party.
For me, this song was, I liked it before, but then you add the context of what it is about, and I love it.
Yes.
At that point. And I enjoy the play on words, like a party, like a party. So thank you for that. It was a song, it sounds like it was a songwriting camp. Was it Norway or Sweden that she was at?
Yep.
Sweden.
Norway.
Well, and she's originally from Norway.
She's Norwegian, yeah.
So one artist, two countries. There we go.
There we go.
So I just think it's a great song. I was honestly a little surprised. Everybody was saying that Power was going to be the winner from Ireland. And so Laika snuck in and stole it in a way.
Good for
I think even
but I'm not upset about it.
Yeah, I think even she was kind of shocked there.
I'm super excited to see it at Eurovision.
Probably the most enjoyable drama as well.
Where are you going with that?
Shout out to our true millennials who remember our two-hit wonder sensation Samantha Mumba from the early 2000s with such hits as Baby Come On Over and Gotta Tell Ya, who decided to come out of retirement or just, pop out of nowhere and try to compete to represent Ireland this year for Eurovision Song Contest, take second place, and then 2 days later, during an interview, tell publicists and the media that everybody except Bambi Thug that judged her on that show could eat a bag of dicks. So that was great.
You love to see it. Honestly, yeah. I mean, as a diva, let's be real.
Yeah. So Samantha, girl.
Good for you.
Go off.
Good for you, sister. Go off, queen.
Yes.
I mean, I guess if they can judge her, she can judge them right back. So
you know what?
It's all
fair enough.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So,
but also your song got second place, and I'm still surprised.
Yeah, don't agree, but I love you for standing up for yourself like that.
There you go.
Right.
Okay, next up we got Malta.
Yes.
That show was the one to see. They had so many good songs in that final.
Yeah.
So long.
It was.
Oh my God.
It was a lot, but if you stuck with it, there were some fun, really good songs.
And including our winner, which is Kant by Maria Conte.
I'm here for it.
I'm
fucking here for it.
It wasn't my top choice, but it is a choice that I am happily going to support.
Yeah. it very much falls in the That's So Eurovision category for me. Just like, just go for it. Talk about serving cunt. I don't care. Like, it's amazing.
And for our American viewers who are like, what the hell is happening right now? Let us give you some backstory. The song is called Cunt, Kant, Kant, which is Maltese for singing. It's play on words. Can also be used to describe vocals. So when she's singing serving cunt, she's saying she's serving vocals, or she's serving singing. So don't flag us when we when we post hashtag year of cunt. So
we are going to be spelling it the Maltese way.
The Maltese way. So
which is the correct way.
Which is the correct way. The EBU has cleared her song as appropriate. So
there was a lot of suspicion that maybe she would just not say that word and let the audience do the work for her.
Absolutely
not necessary. She can sing it as written, and good for her.
Yes. So I love that she went there. I love that she's doing this play on words, and that the EBU is here for it. Like, why not?
And honestly, I'm going to be shocked if in the next 2 years I don't see a drag queen lip sync to this song.
They have
to. I have to assume it's already happened, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it has, but I need to see it here. Like, I need it to break through to America, to Colorado, like to our drag scene here, because it was born for a drag queen lip sync.
Yes.
This is made 100%. For it.
Now I'm doing everything in my power to educate the friend circle and the masses. Mm-hmm. So we have to continue to do our due diligence to all of our listeners.
Right. I've shared it, and I shared it with a coworker, and I'm like, okay, not safe for work, but
it just means singing.
Yes. That's
when you were playing a song like that, and if HR hears, they're going to be like, we need to have a quick talk.
Yes,
a quick little sit down.
Definitely not one that I will be sharing with my staff or coworkers, because I know that will definitely get me sent to HR in a heartbeat.
It'll be lost on them. Yeah, in my coworkers, it would be lost on them.
Not sure how Grandma will feel about it, but I know that eventually she will find her way to it. So.
Oh, Grammy.
We'll figure it out.
All in all, Malta's song contest, I think, was one of the strongest. I think you had some really good, second place, Heaven Sent. Third place was the La La Rata KK, La La Rata Boom.
Yes.
I loved that one. That was my cultural song of the year. So Malta, you guys had a good show. You could have told me that was Eurovision, and I'd be like, okay, I'm on board.
They nailed it. They really came out and hit it out of the park.
I will say, for Kant, it needs some work on the live performance, the staging of it. It's very divisive. Some people seem to really absolutely love it. Don't change a damn thing. And other people are like, what was happening? I'm so confused. Why are there not understand exercise balls?
Yeah. The exercise balls lost me.
And I think there's definitely ways to have something, involve them and make it make a little bit more sense, and have it be your, what the hell is going on? This is Eurovision, but in a good way.
Yeah.
She did give us a lot of transitions. She started with the whole Sound and Music awful outfits that transitioned into the power suits, which transitioned to the power suits on the yoga balls.
And I think that was, that's a lot. I think they tried to do too much. It's a 3-minute song, you guys. Let's scale it back a little bit.
Find a middle ground.
Refine it.
We're going to be great.
Pick the elements of it that you like the best, and really nail them rather than just trying to do everything.
Malta, this could be your year.
I really think it could be.
Just clean up that staging.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we ask.
All right. Next, we have Ukraine. The song is Bird of Prey by
Pass next.
Zephyr Blatt. No. No. Don't pass. I love this song.
Oh.
I said it. I enjoyed it.
Tell us more, Katie. Tell us more.
I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. I think I really love
I couldn't either.
the harmonies in it. Like the harmonies of it are giving me like little 70s kind of throwback, the way like the Mamas and the Papas would harmonize and the way ABBA harmonizes. And it's giving cinema, and I really enjoy at least the studio version of it. Like I really had a good time listening to it. I kind of, granted, it's like in the playlist in order that we've been going through these, it's coming off of Like a Party and Cunt, and so I'm like already primed to be like, this is great, but I enjoy it. I don't know. I think it's super different, and I like that.
Yeah. When to what you just said, Katie, when we come down off of Cunt and you come down off of As a Diva and Like a Party, this is a much slower song, and it's got that 70s, like we're going to Woodstock, Mamas and the Papas type of vibe. I skip.
It makes me want to turn on Mama Cass.
Yeah.
And that's a good vibe for me.
But there is rumors going out right now that they are going to do some subtle type of revamp to it. I don't know what that entails. I was not overly impressed with the Ukrainian national final as a whole because I watched it and I was just like, nothing is sticking for me. So honestly, send one of them and like good luck, because there's just something so off this year about all of the songs, and I was really disappointed because Ukraine is normally strong.
All in all, the song is not the worst thing I've ever heard.
I enjoy it.
It's not horrible, but it's just not my. It's
when I'm thinking of the song I want to win Eurovision, this is not it.
I don't think it's a winner.
No.
I'll say that much. Like it's not, and it's not my favorite. It's not the one that I'm like rooting for, not the one I'm going to spend my euros to vote for. But is it on my playlist? Yeah.
It's a skip for me. I have tried, I've started the Eurovision actual playlist. Let's listen to it through. And every time I get to this song, it's kind of like, oh, well, all right, let's take a few minutes to just appreciate Ukraine. And then you're like a minute in and you're just like, no, I really can't.
We're not skipping
I have another couple skips.
Yeah, we're not skipping it, but
we're trying not to skip it.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to Poland, another former Soviet bloc nation.
Their national final was interesting, to say the very least. I did not understand most of the songs that were happening and how they were happening. And I believe that Poland chose a song that the people of Poland absolutely loved, and I respect that.
That's great.
So for those of you who did not follow the Poland National Song Contest but did follow social media, Jojo Siwa did in fact win. No, I'm just kidding. That did not happen.
God, could you imagine?
Oh my God. Horrible.
In another timeline, that did happen.
That did happen in Jojo Siwa's mind.
Okay, so I will say, that means that we are not in the worst timeline.
So we're not.
Accurate. No,
we're in the second worst, but we are not in the worst.
So the winner, in fact, was Justina and Gaia.
Yes.
And I believe that she had been at Eurovision 30 years prior. Yes. So she's coming back and she is representing Poland again, and the people of Poland love her.
And that's great.
I love that for them.
Yeah.
This is one of those that, like, the second the song is over, it has left my brain.
I don't understand it, but every time.
Yeah, that's because it's in Polish, sweetie.
Well, yeah, there's that. But every time the chorus hits, I just start like doing the same thing where I'm like, I'm not gonna do.
Do it. You have to now.
I just start doing that, and then it's over.
Now, I haven't honestly not looked up the lyrics at all because I believe they are in Polish, right? So I haven't even looked up the translation. But every time she gets to that chorus or whatever, in my head, I'm hearing "They call me Gaia."
That is because that is what she says. Yeah.
Okay, is she saying that? She's actually saying it.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if that was me just like making it up in my head and translating this non-Polish.
Yeah, no, I mean
it's a mix of English Polish.
In the tradition we've seen, yeah, it has. They call me Gaia. I'm the love. I'm the life I'll imagine. The world drowns as it watches me. I'll be holding it close in my arms, and then it's Polish.
Okay, certainly
those are the English. Those are the English lyrics.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not.
Yeah, it's. I believe that this is a strong song that you would actually probably even see on maybe the charts in Poland. I just don't know if it translates to the wider Eurovision audience.
Well, you just don't understand European music, so.
Facts.
That.
Facts are facts, but...
Well, I don't understand Polish music, that is for sure. Although, last year, that was my favorite song.
That's the thing. Like,
The Tower was... Yeah.
But then you hear Polish people didn't love that song, so maybe that's why.
No, I'm not Polish.
Who's
Great.
to say? Who's to say? But
I already knew I wasn't Polish, and now I definitely know.
It'll be interesting to see how this one does amidst the other content that we have. It does feel that we're getting, several songs that I would put into very similar genres, and so then it's going to be a matter of, okay, only one of these has to be the best of this genre, and we'll probably see it in the finals. So I don't know if where this one will fall.
Yeah. All right. Now for Estonia. Espresso Macchiato by Tommy Cash.
Espresso macchiato, por favore.
That's all right.
Okay.
Thank you, Stephen.
Okay, Luindici.
Yeah. It's
I think you did a better job than Tommy Cash. I'm just saying. It's not that hard.
It's a guilty pleasure.
It is.
Just gonna say it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I enjoy it. I think this was one of the ones that, like, all as Estonia was coming out, it was like a really busy time for me, so I wasn't able to like fully engage, but I was just like catching the social media about it and how much hate it was getting, and it was so divisive. I was fully expecting, once it came on, I was like, oh, what? Yeah. Why is everybody, what's so wrong with it? I don't know. And I think it's been evidenced now. I have a soft spot for Estonia and whatever shit they're sending.
Whatever that is.
Because you're gonna fucking loved Estonia last year. So I don't know. I don't know what it is about me and Estonia. Maybe I'm Estonian and I don't know it, but it's a guilty pleasure. I enjoy it.
I'm sorry that you are not of the consensus, Doug. Tell us why you did it.
Okay. It's not that I don't hate it, but
you hate the
it is in the category of it is in the category of That's So Eurovision, obviously. Mm-hmm. It's actually the worst of the That's So Eurovision categories, in my opinion. So I think it's going to end up getting lost because the wild, crazy contingent of Eurovision fans will vote for the other ones. So that is my prediction.
I'm not sure that I would agree with that, because I think there's a lot of love for this, and there's a lot of love for Tommy Cash, not least of which, I mean, one of the trends we've seen through these national finals and through these song selections is Kárja seems to be a bit of a kingmaker lately.
Yep. If I have to choose between Tommy Cash and Erica Vickman, I'm 100% picking Erica.
Well, there you go. But
go.
I mean, I think I'm not sure. We'll just have to see how
Yeah,
it plays out. I don't know. I think it does kind of get stuck in my head. So this is not like Gaia where it's like the second it's over, I've forgotten about it. So
I mean,
there's
yes, the
something to that.
espresso macchiato part of it, yeah, it 100% gets stuck in your head.
Yeah.
To me, this is Windows 95, man, where I won't necessarily skip it. I'll allow you guys to enjoy it, but
She's
that's
a hater.
Yeah. I'm okay
Fair
being
enough.
a hater on this one. I'm okay.
Fair enough.
I feel good about it.
All right. Any other thoughts, Steven, on it?
I've said my piece. I'm rooting for him.
Yep. Same. Okay, well that brings us to Lithuania with their song Tavo Akis by Catharsis.
Skip.
Skip.
I don't understand it.
Skip.
I'm sure the people of Lithuania chose this for a reason, but like,
Sure.
what's the reason?
Yep. It's a skip for me.
I got nothing.
I love.
It's
like,
Thanks, Lithuania.
Good luck. I listen to it because again, like I'm committed, and but when this season of Eurovision is over, this one will be the one that I skip. But until then, I'm committed. I listen to it because like when I go, I will.
I think you're onto something in that 5 years from now, no one will remember that this song was at Eurovision.
Yeah.
Correct. No one will remember this song existed.
Except for the people that performed it.
Fair.
Because they were there.
They might even forget. They might move on.
They'll be like, did you ever go to Eurovision? No. What?
I mean, like, Julia Louis-Dreyfus famously has no memory of anything she's ever done in her career.
including like, SNL.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, Seinfeld. Any of that.
Yeah, so like, maybe it's something like that. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, moving on to Italy with Volevo essere un duro by Lucio Corsi.
I'm still trying to get on board with that one.
I'm not. I gave up.
Okay.
Rat Boy Summer was last year, and I think we've moved on as a society.
Okay.
If the internet says you need to look up the lyrics to appreciate it, the song isn't going to work. The idea of I don't need a song to be in English. Like, let's just start there. I don't need a song to be in English to be a winner.
Carpe Diem remains one of my favorite songs that's ever come out of Eurovision. I listen to it all the time, and it's in Slovenian.
But if your only way to salvage the song is to say, go look up the lyrics and then you'll appreciate it, that's not how to do it. The song needs to catch me. It needs to be that universal musical language. Then I go look up the lyrics because I love the song so much. And then it just makes that deeper connection. But I have to have that connection first. Correct. I don't have that.
Yeah. The music didn't grab me. So it does not inspire the curiosity to look it up.
Yeah. I don't know. And part of me too, I'm not as on board with this one. Italy as a whole this year was just messy because you had Ollie, we talked about this last week. We had Ollie, who originally won the Sanremo Eurovision Song Contest, their song contest, and then was on the fence about going, and so they gave him a week to decide, and then he finally decided to turn it down. So this, in hindsight, was the runner-up song, and so as I was sort of on board with the original song that was going to Eurovision, now I'm given this, and I'm just like, no.
I don't know if either of you have ever watched Letterkenny.
Way back in the day, and I only got through like 3 or 4 seasons.
He looks
Ryan's like favorite show.
He looks like a skid.
Oh my god! Yes, and that's not a good thing.
He looks like he's going to be saying "start" soon, and
it's not a good look. It's not a good look.
So that's kind of my thought.
Bless it.
Yeah, I think it's a no from this Eurovision Kiki.
Yes, correct.
But
all
you know
right.
what? He's got the golden ticket. So big five.
So we'll see him in
Right.
finals.
We'll see you at the grand finals.
There have been several times where I'm like, this one won't make finals, and then I'm like, oh wait,
It
it
has
already
to.
has.
It has to.
Yep.
When you pay to play, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then the last one that I had in this batch was Norway, with Lighter by Kyle Alessandro.
Yep.
Don't even
Doug-
get me started.
Doug
Don't
has
even.
feelings.
Go ahead.
Go on.
All right.
No,
I'll
okay,
just turn my
okay.
microphone off and let him cook.
Go ahead, Doug.
No, I mean, I think everybody knows that was not my top song. I preferred several others, in fact. So I'm gonna be nice and leave it there.
Okay.
Go to sleep.
No, don't be nice. This is the Eurovision Kiki podcast.
Year of Kant. Go off. Be chaotic.
Come on, baby.
Steven, how about you lead us in? What are your thoughts?
Okay. Similar to you, was not my winner. Like Natalie and the game. That was where I wanted to see Norway go. This was probably top 2 for me. So like it's fine, but there was stronger. I think that it will do okay. But not my first choice. Better than what was presented last year though, so I guess valiant effort there. But surprisingly, like I know that he has the European support, so like people are about it, and that's there's points for that, so that's there. It matters there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the song itself is pretty generic.
So generic it hurts.
I don't hate it. His vocals are lovely. It's one of those ones, I mean, I feel like we had a lot of this in some of the finals that we talked about, where it's like the talent's there, the song is boring, but it's also like not offensive in any way, but that's also kind of part of its issue, is that it's just so middle of the road. I can say it's probably not going on my podcast just because it doesn't really do anything for me. But yeah, I think it has a potential to qualify for the grand final, and then come somewhere in the bottom third. I think that's what we're going to see.
There it is.
For me, this is ignorance would be bliss. If I didn't know that there were other songs that presented in the contest, I would be behind it. I think it's great. I think it's fun. I don't see it doing as well as I see on the internet everybody talking about it doing. I don't see that at all.
I don't get that.
But it's a fun song. I don't know why we're dressed to go to the Crusades after the performance.
Well,
so that I don't get at all. Now we have been told that there's going to be like revamping a little bit of their stage performance, and I'm excited about that because maybe it'll actually be good. But yes, ignorance would be bliss. I think I'd enjoy this a lot more if I didn't know that the game, Hot as Hell in Paradise, Last Song, Parasite, I liked all of those better than Lighter. So what are you going to do?
I just feel that, Doug, you're going to be perpetually disappointed by Norway.
Norway, you always disappoint me. Also because maybe don't pick good songs to send.
Well, I mean,
if it's not Kaino, you're never going to be happy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's facts are facts.
But I mean, I'm always going to be an Alessandra stan, so Queen of the Kings will.
I just think that like
that was my gateway drug to Eurovision.
Like Norway has given such good songs before with Kaino and Alessandra that I have high expectations for them. And so to see Lighter beneath those expectations, I think that's the hard part.
They're
Again,
capable of more.
Is it a good song? Sure. But you had Natalie in the game. So what did you do?
Yeah.
They botched it.
Well, there's a batch of songs,
and
we'll continue to talk about some other ones as they come out. And as we see the Eurovision season in full overwhelming swing, and these songs we're in the grow on us phase for many of these songs, I think.
And if you hear me talking about one of these songs in a month from now as being my favorite song in the contest, it is because I have just been broken down and
evolved.
It'll be based on the other
syndrome.
Based on everything else presented. I gotta pick something, but I will say nothing so far has been like, oh my god, this is my number one song.
Yes,
there has nothing that has held my attention that I can confidently be like, this is my number one yet.
That's because Storm Chaser's not in it.
No, pour one out.
Pour one out for Virgo. And so many other
artists. And on that depressing note.
Yeah. on that note, we'll call it. So, yes, with about 2.5 months to go, the playlist is growing for our listeners. Now is the time to start streaming and listening to these songs. Let us know what you think. Put it down in the comments. What songs are you starting to vibe out to and hype up and listen to on the regular? Let us know in the comments. Thanks again for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe to all of our content. You can catch us here on YouTube as well as on Spotify. We drop new episodes every Tuesday. You can also find us and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Just follow us at Eurovision Kiki. And if you got questions, you can always leave them in the comment section. You can always shoot us an email at eurovisionkiki@gmail.com. And I think that'll do it for now. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you all at our next Kiki.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.